Good afternoon. We now have the wintertime aspect of Pacific Northwest lighting, which means that the sun is in my eyes no matter where I sit in this room. So I'm gonna just do my best. Maybe I can just close the blinds. There we go. That'll help. I'm gonna just do my best to talk about some of the books that I have been reading for Vlognica, which, by the way, welcome back. Tonight is going to be the 7th night of Hanukkah. And I actually finished one of the books that I set myself to read during this period, which was Kissing Kosher by Jean Meltzer. I really loved this book. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, which for me is like this was really great, a good example of books in the genre, and I would definitely heartily recommend it to anyone that is interested in Jewish romance novels. It's got some good rival to lovers. It's got some adorable baking stuff, and anyone who is looking for good disability representation in romance specifically should read this book. It was a lot of fun to read. I am getting a little bit wary of romance books that are now like, oh, this is a 400-page novel that's a romance, because I think a lot of them don't really earn their length, but this one definitely did. And I'm really excited to go back and read Jean Meltzer's second book, which I didn't read as soon as it came out, because that's how it works. You buy the book and then you read it like years later. Or at least that's how it's working for me right now. But yeah, heartily enjoyed Kissing Kosher. I would recommend it. And I also haven't tried this out yet, but I know that Jean Meltzer just came up with a new podcast, which I believe is called Chronically Fabulous, about life as someone with a disability, with a chronic illness, and that touches me particularly because guess who's having a rough chronic illness related day today? I am just trying to rest up and get in as much like physical rest as I can before I gear up to go to work this evening. Wish me luck. The other book that I'm currently reading that I wanted to share with you is one that I have been picking up off and on since I think September of this year, and that is Changing Planes by Ursula K. Le Guin. This is kind of a vignette, kind of a short story collection around the theme that in this world, someone has discovered that you can actually change planes of existence. Oh my God, I'm so wobbly. I'm sorry. Change planes of existence and change universes by being in an airport, which is an interesting take on that liminal space of airports and how they literally only exist to move you from one place to another. And that is, waiting around in the airport is the thing that allows you to hop into a different universe. It's got a lot of the classic Ursula K. Le Guin anthropology hallmarks. There's definitely some heteronormativity and cisnormativity in the book that, I come to kind of expect from some of her older writings. I don't think this one is that old, but let's see. Okay, yeah, it was 2003, so it is older. I anticipate that in some of her older works. I know in her later works, she wound up really just growing a lot as a writer in terms of the types of things that she would explore. And obviously, I wouldn't call her a cisnormative writer by any means. She wrote The Left Hand of Darkness, for goodness sakes. But yeah, some of these short stories have that, but I am really enjoying them. As always with short stories, some are stronger than others, but there are definitely some that are super memorable in this. So if you are looking for something that is pretty easy to pick up and put down, but the short stories will pack a lot of narrative punch and give you a lot of good food for thought, I'd recommend Changing Planes. I'm about halfway through it. I'm hoping that I finish this before the year ends. We'll see how that goes. Like I said, my work is keeping me really, really busy right now as we near the end of the year, and because our busy season is around the holidays, yeah, that's taken up most of my time, and then I come home exhausted. So that's that, and I will check back in with you tomorrow for our final night of Hanukkah.